Wall Pilates Strength workout. We are actually in the middle of my 7-day Wall Pilates Strength Challenge. So this workout isn't actually part of the 7-day Wall Pilates Challenge. This is just like a little bonus workout that's part of Wall Pilates, and it might be a little teaser of what is coming. So make sure you're on my email newsletter, and I have a big announcement that I'm going to be dropping in your inbox this Friday, and this workout might have something to do with it. So today, we have about a 20-25 minute full body strength workout. If you're live on here with me, drop me a wave, hi, hello, let me know that you're sweating with me today. I want to know that I'm not here alone. I see you behind the screen. And we need dumbbells today. So I'm going to be working with a 10-pound set of dumbbells. That's a little bit on the heavier side. So I'd recommend somewhere between 5 and 10 pounds. If you have multiple sets of dumbbells, grab them both, keep them nearby just in case you ever want to switch anything out. Like I said, this is a full body strength workout using a wall, using your dumbbell. If your wall is next to carpet, you probably don't even need a mat, but if you're on a hardwood or slippery surface, you're definitely going to want to make sure that you have a mat underneath you. Well, with that being said, let's get started with our warm-up. And I just want to make sure that camera is tipped down at the angle because we're going to be needing our mat, we're going to be needing our wall. So that's the beauty of live workouts and how my space is in my studio is I might have to come do some camera adjustments at an angle here. So as we get started in our warm-up, I want your feet away from the baseboard, soft bend in your knees. I want you to press your back up against the wall. We're going to take our arms out here and we're going to find a nice roll down. So core is strong. Tuck your chin to your chest. We're going to pull the belly muscles in and melt the spine forward and down, coming into a nice forward stretch there. Your bottom is going to stay lightly connected to the wall. Now as you're coming back up, curl your belly button in, tuck your tail under, and then try to get your lower back to the wall, your mid back, your shoulder blades, and then your head all the way up to the top. Let's do that again. Tuck the chin, scoop the belly in as we roll down here, and then peel the spine all the way back up. Now this one we're gonna come down and we're actually gonna stay at the bottom here, rolling forward, feel the abs draw in and up. Now walk your hands forward just slightly. So your palms can press flat to the floor. Your knees are going to be slightly bent here, and I want your shoulders to shift forward over your wrists. So this is going to be a little upper body warm up. Tap one toe up to the wall, bring it down, and then alternate. Bring the other one up and down, alternating here as we tap and tap. Now let's switch it out. Tap the foot back to the baseboard, make a connection with your heel, bring the other foot back, and then in. Tap it back, bring it in. And then notice how that pressure against the wall makes you push into your hands and activates your shoulders more. Now you can stay right here, or if we want to take it one step further, it's bringing the foot up against the wall, then the other foot up, down, okay? Much more of a challenge there, up, down. If you're at level 1, level 2, or level 3, we've got one more. And bring it down. Now bring your feet back in where we were in that starting position. You're gonna walk your hands back to your toes. Finding that micro bend in your knees again, butt touches the wall, rolling your spine all the way back up here. Now let's drop it down into a squat. So you might need to step your feet a little bit further forward. You're gonna slide your back down a wall, coming into a wall sit, and then back up. Here's 3, exhale 2, exhale 1. Now hold it down low on this next one here. Back is pressed against the wall, belly is strong, and exhale. Let's raise both arms up, and then back chest level for 3, and 2, and 1 more. We're gonna bring those arms, hold them out in front of the chest, and lift the heels up for 3, 2, oh my gosh, quads are shaking, and 1. Now we're gonna combination that. So one heel goes up, and the opposite arm goes up. Exhale for 3 each side. 2, 1 more each side. Beautiful, stay low. Hands are gonna come to your chest, but you're actually gonna come forward. Your butt might slide up the wall a little bit here as we come into a spinal rotation. So try to hook the opposite elbow to the outside of the opposite knee with a nice little chair twist and rotation here. Ooh, brings me back to my yoga teaching days. If you don't know, that's where my fitness journey started. Was teaching yoga. I was working a 9-to-5 desk job, corporate America as a buyer, and I got my yoga teaching certification and started teaching yoga. on the side, before work and after work. Switching sides, we're gonna open back up. Oh my gosh, I forgot how good this feels. Really nice spinal rotation, and hands come back to prayer position. Bring it back to center, and then we're gonna come on up. Arms are reaching forward there, and let's go ahead and slide up the wall and step away here. All right, so we are ready for our first strength sequence. So we've got 3 circuits today. We're gonna be using the dumbbells more for upper body strength and using the wall for lower body strength. We're gonna finish with a core circuit, still using the dumbbell at the end. So let's pick up both dumbbells, and we're gonna get started in a wall sit and a bicep curl. So you're gonna drop it down, get as low as you can, feel the support, pushing back against the wall, so a little more weight in your heels, palms flip forward, core is strong, and then let's exhale, come into a nice bicep curl here for 10. Exhale as those weights go up. I want you to think about your exhale on your exertion. Belly button is in. I already lost count. Let's try 5 more. 4, that's the thing about Pilates. You're concentrating so much on the precision of the movement that you lose track of the repetitions. So you're gonna bring this one in, down, we're gonna stand up, and then set the weights down. Now we're gonna move into a wall-specific strength exercise here. So hands are gonna come up against the wall. We're gonna come into a wall push-up. So once you up on your tippy toes, your body is really relying on the wall so you don't topple forward. Now you're gonna bend your elbows, go about 45 degrees out at an angle, wide with the elbows here to start, and then exhale, we're gonna push it back. Now make sure your booty is not doing one of these, okay? We wanna lower the hips with the arms. Exhale here for 10. Keep your core strong, squeeze those glutes, keep your chin off your chest. So that's the biggest mistake I see in push-ups is the head dropping down. So keep your gaze above your fingertips. 5, 4, exhale 3, 2, and 1 more. All right, we're going back to the wall sit with your dumbbells. So go ahead and pick those up here. I'm gonna drop it back, down into that squat hold. Now we're gonna come into an offering movement. So weights are gonna come up into that static bicep curl, and you're gonna hold it there. Now you're gonna exhale, reach one arm out, and bring it back in. Exhale, other arm out, and bring it back in. Now, depending on how heavy your weights are, you might be going double arms, but like I said, I have 10 pounds, so it's a little bit too much on my shoulders to bring it out in front. So I'm alternating here for 10 each arm. So I'm doing 20 total, okay? If you're going double arms, you're only doing 10 at double arms, or you could go 15 for extra credit. But again, I already lost count. So I'm going 5 and 4. Find the breath here. Really starting to feel that upper body firing up. 2 more. Belly button's drawing back to the wall. 1 more each arm. Beautiful. Go ahead and step back, stand it up. Let's set those dumbbells down. We're going back to the wall push-ups, but this time we're gonna narrow our arm positioning. So we're not going wide with the elbows. The elbows are trying to point down. You see, the further you step away and the more incline you have, the more challenge. The more you're upright, the less resistance of your own body weight you're pushing up. Exhale, the elbows are narrowing down and pressing away. So when you're looking at your arms and they bend at the elbow, your forearms should be making the number 11. Inhale as you bend, exhale as you press. Don't worry, I don't forget to count on push-ups. They're definitely not my favorite movement. We've got 4 more. Exhale, 3, 2, and 1 more. Great job. All right, we're back to our wall sit. Pick up those dumbbells. Actually, I'm only picking up 1. So again, if you have 10 pounds, you're probably only gonna want 1 because we've got a bicep curl to a shoulder press here. So find your wall sit, strong through your core. Elbows are hugged right into the sides of your body. Really think about your spine here, nice and upright. We're gonna take the weight up to your chin. Exhale, we're pushing overhead here. Bring it down and down. Bring it in, up, down, down, in, up. Remember, I want you to exhale where the work is on the exertion. So that's when the weight's going overhead, and think about your core there. Draw your ribs together, feel your belly button cinch up. And this is 5 and 4. You probably figured out it's a 10 repetition sequence. 2, and 1 more. Great job. Let's stand it up. We've got 1 more set of wall push-ups. This time we're gonna go single arms. So 1 hand against the wall. I'm gonna start with my right arm. Bringing your left hand behind your back for an extra challenge, or your fingertips just can lightly push against the wall, but I feel that gives you more opportunity to allow that opposite arm to help out. So I like to take it behind the back. Now you're going in between that wide elbow and that narrow elbow. So you're dropping slightly out and down, and exhale, push away. Now the biggest thing is that left side is gonna wanna rotate in. So do your best to keep everything super level here. These are always so much harder than I anticipate them to be, okay? We're only doing 5 each arm. So 1 more on the right side, exhale away, and then we're gonna switch. Ooh, my heart rate is coming up way more than I expected it to. Bend and exhale, press. Bend and exhale, press, which I absolutely love. Keeping things low impact, that's one of the big reasons why I only do Pilates and strength combo workouts, is because it is low impact. Rest it here. Okay, grab a quick drink of water. We are gonna be moving down into a bridge sequence. If you're on live chat with me, I've got super chat, super thanks turned on here. So if you love this workout, you love my wall Pilates, and you wanna see more of this, don't hesitate to send me a small donation and thank me so I can create more of these wonderful wall Pilates workouts and at-home challenges for you. All right, so you're gonna make your way down onto your back here. Grabbing a quick sip of water if you need it. My mat shifted away from the wall. Make sure your weights are nearby. So you are going to be scooching in, feet are up against the wall, and you're lying flat. Okay, we wanna make sure that we've got this 90-degree bend at your knees. Your shins should literally look like a tabletop, and then you've got 90-degree bend at your hips. Now you're gonna pick up your dumbbells. We didn't do any bridges in our warm-up, so we're just gonna do 3 little spinal rolling bridges here, just to kind of get the back and the spine loosened up a little bit. So you're gonna roll the spine up as you exhale, squeeze your booty, feel those hamstrings, and then roll the spine down on the inhale. 3 more, you're articulating in both directions and rolling down. So one thing you might start to notice is your chin popping up when you're doing these bridges, okay? Just adjust your chin. It should feel like a double chin at your chest at the top. That's really gonna help keep weight in your shoulders and your neck long. So now we're gonna bring this one up to the top, and we're gonna hold the top of the bridge there. So take a deep breath in and exhale. We're gonna push both weights up for a closed chest press. Tap the elbows down and exhale, press it up. Make sure your hips are not dropping here. So squeeze your booty, feel your core, feel the chest. Holy moly, upper body. 5, exhale, 4, and 3, 2, last one. You're gonna bring the elbows down, roll the spine down for a little reset there. Okay, your arms are gonna stay right here. Now we're gonna take it up just into a classic bridge lift, and we're gonna add a little march with it. So you're gonna take a deep breath in, exhale, we're gonna come on up, and we're gonna march for 10, 9, 8, good, keep it going, grounding the opposite foot and heel into the wall. I love these grippy socks that I have on. My wall, like this paint, is super slippery. So even with my bare feet, I can't get a good enough grip. So I have these awesome grip socks linked in the video description below, but they're definitely my favorite. So they don't come off at all, and they have grips all the way up to the heel. Last one, we hold, and then you're gonna roll the spine back down for a reset. Hey, if you need to make any adjustments, because sometimes we get pushed away from the wall, and we wanna make sure that we have that proper setup. Now we're gonna go and do a chest press at the top of the bridge. So elbows are gonna turn out wide like a goalpost. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, we send the hips up, squeeze the glutes. We're gonna take a breath in the prepare, and then exhale, we go into 10 chest presses here. Draw it down. Keep your chin tucked at your chest, because that's also really gonna help you look at your hips and pelvis and make sure that we're not dropping there. Squeeze your glutes. That's it, belly in strong. Here's 4. Last one. Hold it at the top, and then lower the elbows and the spine at the same time. Beautiful. All right, extend your right leg out nice and long. The elbows are staying wide now for this next one. We're gonna come into a single leg bridge with a kick. So take a deep breath in. My right leg is extended. My left leg is driving into the wall. Exhale, we're gonna lift up and kick the right leg out. And we're gonna tap it down for 5 each leg. Nice little hamstring stretch on that right side that was kicking. Now change. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift and kick. Try to keep those weights as still as you can, or mine are starting to wobble all around. Last 2 and 1. Great job. All right, so from here, narrow the arms again. Feet stay hip width distance. We're gonna take it up to the top of your bridge here. Exhale, we're gonna lift and push the arms up at the same time. Now we're gonna add a skull crusher, so some tricep work here. So those hips stay lifted. You're gonna bend your elbows so the weights go behind your head, and then press it back up, straight up above the chest. Just bending the elbows and then straightening the elbows. So be really careful with this one. We don't wanna clunk the weight into our eye and give ourselves a black eye. So be really controlled with this. Squeeze those glutes, keep your ribs in, and we've got 5. Last one, hold it at the top, separate the arms, and roll the spine down. Let's set one weight down to the side again, depending on how heavy your weights are. So adjusting the microphone here, making sure that we're not getting fuzzy at all. And we are going to let the dumbbell rest on your hips and pelvis. So this is kind of like a thruster. So taking a deep breath in, as you exhale, we're gonna drive the hips all the way up and down. Exhale up and down and lift. Squeeze those glutes. Again, we've got 10. Added that extra weight, a little more of a challenge. If it's too much, you can always set the weight to the side. And this is 5. We're gonna add a little pulse at the top in 3, 2. Now hold it up on 1, and then little glute squeezes. Pinch at the crease of your seat while you pulse and lift. Up, up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll the spine down. Articulate, articulate, rolling one vertebrae at a time. Ooh, that feels good. All right, we are moving into our core sequence now. So what we're gonna need to do is come on up. You're gonna do a little wiggle into the wall here. And you're gonna be super close to the wall. So your legs are gonna extend up, and they're up at an angle here. So the higher you have your legs up, the easier this sequence is going to be. The lower they are, the more challenge it is. So legs are together, and one dumbbell or both dumbbells, depending on how heavy yours are, you're gonna hold your weight above your chest. Start with a deep breath in. As you exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, feel your abdominals engage and start to reach the weight up towards your feet. And then slowly lower back. Exhale, coming up and lowering down. So just make sure that we're not aggressively tucking the chin to the chest. I want you to keep your nose pointed up towards your toes so we don't start to overstress the neck, and really feel your sports bra band heavy into the mat on this lift here. We're gonna be alternating between lifting the chest and keeping the head down for some more deep core work into our transverse abdominals and the deep layer of abs. So last 2 and 1 more. Now lower this one down. You're holding the weight there. Again, it's optional. You could just hold your hands up if the weight feels like it's too much. Now you're gonna exhale, bring your right leg up and down. Exhale, lift, alternating. Good. Now you're really thinking about keeping the low back pressed into the mat here. And now try not to just let the foot completely rest on the wall. So feel like it's just lightly touching the wall, and that's gonna hold you more in your core. And we've got 5. Now adding the chest lift with the leg lift. Exhale, reach the weight up towards the ankle, set it down, alternate. 5 each leg, 10 total. So here's 8. Think about going more up with the weight than you are in. So you're not making contact. You're actually really more trying to push the weight up to the toe, and that's really gonna get that chest lift. Here's 4, and 3, and 2, and 1 more. Holding it down at the bottom. The weight stays above your chest. Okay, again, optional. If this gets too challenging for you, set the weight down. Take a deep breath in, core strong, and then exhale, pull both legs up and tap both legs down. Exhale, both legs up and both legs down. So the wall is going to determine your range of motion here as you tap those heels lightly. So again, this is one of those ones where if you're further away from the wall, your legs have to travel a lot further, but do your best to keep that lower back connection, the rib connection against the mat or floor. Last 2, and 1 more. Now we're combining it. So we lift the head, we lift the legs, reach up. There's 10. Slow it down on the way back. Keep that energy in your deep abs so it's just a tap. It's not a release. You stay in the work for 3. Ooh, it's starting to burn. 2. And last one, we're gonna hold it at the top and we're pulsing up. 10, up, 9, up, 8. You got it, keep it going. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down with control. And then we're gonna bend the knees and you're actually gonna wiggle back here on your mat. Okay. Our last exercise here is a bent knee or supported roll up. So our setup, we actually want the feet below the knees now, okay? So this is actually your intermediate option. Or your beginner option is to keep the feet all the way down on the floor. Find what works for you. And again, the weight is optional. The weight adds a big challenge to this. We don't want to be hoisting our body up. So we want to find as much control in the roll up as possible. Your chin comes to your chest, the weight reaches forward, and you come all the way up, rolling the spine off the mat, rolling the spine back down to the mat. The weight stays above your chest. Again, it's just a tap of the head. You deepen the abdominal activation as you roll it up. Now, if you're noticing like you're jerking or jolting, set the weight down because I want you to work deeper. You should feel all connections in the vertebrae before you come off the mat and as you're rolling back into the mat. So wherever you're at, if your feet are on your floor, if your feet are up your wall, if you're using the weight, if you're not using the weight, you're exactly where you are supposed to be. Exhale for 4. Keep the elbows soft so we aren't holding tension in the chest, neck, and shoulders. And the hands, when you're coming up, those hands should be shoulder height or lower. I like to also pay attention to the crease of my elbows here, really trying to keep the crease of the elbow shining up so the shoulders aren't rolling in. The shoulders are staying back and down. One more time, roll it to the mat, and let's take a nice long body stretch here. Legs extending over the wall, arms reaching back. Ooh. Take your right leg up towards the sky, grab the back of the leg, give it a nice pull in, a little hamstring stretch, a couple ankle circles there. Let's do a quick switch there. Same thing on the left side, a couple ankle circles, that always feels good. I'll give your knees a nice good squeeze in towards your chest. Let's do a little rocking from side to side. Lift your head. We'll come into a classic mat Pilates, rolling like a ball here, massaging the spine back and forth, and then pop yourself up onto your feet. Let's go ahead and straighten out your legs, coming into a nice standing forward fold. And then again, exactly where we started, just beginning to roll the spine all the way back up to your standing position, and that is your full body wall Pilates with dumbbells strength workout. Again, I have super chat, super thanks turned on. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know if you love this workout. Leave a comment of what your favorite exercise was, and stay tuned for the announcement that's going to be landing in your inbox with a brand new challenge coming soon. I hope to see you in the next workout.